The robbers dissolved the gold into gold water and poured it into pre-prepared molds to cool it down and turn it into small gold balls. In order to avoid being discovered, they coated the outside with a layer of chocolate solution to disguise it as chocolate. The naked eye cannot see the difference, and then carefully packaged it up. So a box of pure gold made chocolate is completed and finally loaded into the luggage. They intend to take advantage of the stewardess's position to try to pass through the security checkpoints, but the three stewardesses were a bit of a thief and their eyes were still glancing around. Luckily, they were able to board the plane safely, but when the plane landed there was an accident. The security guards not far away were staring at the three of them. Anna instantly froze in place. She was not sure if the other person is watching her. Nervous Anna hurriedly into the mouth of a pill to calm down. Seeing Anna's nervousness, the other two also began to get nervous, but the arrow on the string had to be released. They can only pretend to be calm and walk to the security guards, but the other just nodded and signaled directly to let them go. The three of them were so scared that they were about to fall to the ground. However, when they brought the gold to the transaction, the other party actually put the chocolate directly into the mouth to confirm that it is the real gold. After the smooth transaction of the sweet taste of the three people also more and more daring. They thought their lives would get better and better. But then a police officer stopped them and asked them to open their luggage for inspection. Even though they tried to explain that airline employees don't need to be checked, the police officer wouldn't listen and demanded their cooperation. Anna was so nervous that she was sweating, and the policeman noticed the problem and was the first to check her suitcase. As soon as they found the chocolates in her suitcase, they were about to open it. Just in the nick of time, Anna saw her best friend's boyfriend appear behind her. She hurriedly took her best friend's hand and pretended to say hello to him. Seeing the man approaching, the police actually stopped the search and politely let Anna and his party to leave. It turns out that the man is a police officer's supervisor. However, the three did not, because of this accident, and stop, but think that the girl and the police will soon become a family. Actually think that the smuggling of gold will be more convenient in the future, but they never realized that a crisis was coming. On that day, the police received a report that 3 flight attendants were smuggling gold on the job. The police quickly brought the 3 to the police station for questioning and searched every corner of the plane and found a chocolate left behind in the trash can. The policewoman instantly remembered the chocolate in Anna's suitcase, so she decided to expose them in front of the 3 people. But to their surprise, it was an ordinary chocolate. Unbelievingly, the policewoman asked her colleagues to help her eat all the chocolates, but she found nothing. Furious police smashed all the chocolates on the table and angrily asked them where they hid the gold. But the eyes of the 3 were full of innocence. They were so sure of their victory, but they couldn't find any evidence, so the officer had no choice but to let them go. But when they arrived at the airport, their plane had just taken off. I thought they were just lamenting that they didn't catch the plane, but they actually hid the gold in the cabin. It turns out that when the women were notified to search the plane, they hurriedly hid the chocolate gold in the air conditioning vents. But when the plane landed, someone in maintenance would have found the gold and they would have lost it forever. But they didn't have time to worry about the gold, and if they didn't find the informant in time, they would be caught by the police for the rest of their smuggling. But as the investigation deepened, the truth was so horrifying that the real culprit was Paul, the chairman of the airline. What's even more surprising is that Paul is also the buyer of the gold they smuggled. The 3 of them realized that Paul was trying to take the blame for their deaths. Knowing the truth, they hated him so much that they decided to make Biao pay a heavy price. So they followed Paul's men to the hotel and were dumbfounded by the sight in front of them. The other side had a gun and the 3 of them were no match for him, but they didn't want to give up. So they disguised themselves as waiters and sneaked into Paul's party while the security guards were out, and planted a virus in the computer. The building's surveillance was instantly disabled, and Anna stole Paul's room card to get to Paul's room. But obviously 4 boxes neatly arranged in the room opened the box found empty. The 3 of them realized that they had been tricked and hid under the table. Luckily, the owner of the room did not find them, so they escaped smoothly. They thought they would give up, but they found out that Paul was going to take a private jet to escape. So Anna had a bold idea. They forged a flight attendant's ID and boarded Paul's plane, sneaking the drug into the wine when he wasn't expecting it. Soon the entire cabin fell into a coma and the 3 of them snuck into the cargo hold and opened a suitcase full of gold. While they were staring at the suitcase, Paul's daughter woke up and stood behind them and turned to scream when she realized what they were doing. Anna tried to stop the girl by holding her legs, but she accidentally ran into the cabin. However, no matter how much the girl screamed for her father, he never responded. Eventually, the girl was tied up by the 3 of them in the room. But then something unexpected happened. The girl used her cell phone to dial the captain's number to call for help. I thought someone would come to save her soon, but the cockpit was already controlled by a woman who tried to land the plane while holding the girl and waiting for help. When Paul woke up outside, the police have surrounded the plane in the face of the box full of gold. Paul, no matter how to explain, cannot be cleared up. In the end, the police took all of them to the police car and the 3 of them managed to take the rest of the gold and lived a rich life ever since.